Hi friends, how are you doing? My name is Prasanna Gadkari and I help people to get into IITs and NIDs design courses at a complete free of cost. Today I am going to answer one of the most frequently asked questions, that should I join SEED or NID coaching institute? Now many people ask this question mainly because of the amount of advertising that is going on these days. So let me tell you about what are the pros and the cons about such institutes. And then you can make up your mind whether it will work out for you or not. So let us first look at the pros. One of the biggest pros for seed coaching is that you get a lot of focused time to study. That is to say that if you have class for 1 to 2 hours, you will be doing nothing else but focusing on studying or practicing for the seed or NID entrance and doing nothing else. This will be especially beneficial if you feel that you are the person who lacks the focus to study on your own. The second pro is that you will have someone to guide you throughout your preparation. That is to say that you will not fall short of someone to ask doubt. This is especially true for the people who need to talk to someone and solve their doubts rather than studying on their own. Also, this works when you need a particular teacher or if you believe in a particular person you see in the class and you believe that that person will be able to help you in a better way. The third advantage of joining a coaching class is that peer learning. What do I mean by that? Essentially, you will be learning from other students who are also attending the class. And people who have attended the class would have different styles and you would learn from them. Each one would have different approach to problem solving and you will be able to take advantage of that. However, you should always realize that this is not particularly true for the people who want to study on individual levels and want to join the class just for the learning. So you should bear this in mind. Now, let us see what are the disadvantages of joining a class. The first biggest disadvantage is that lack of personal attention. Most of the classes that I know of often have a fixed method of teaching and they do not take into account whether you are good at sketching or you are good at aptitude. They will teach you the method, make you perform the same exercises that hundreds of other students attending your classes would do. Now whether this is advantageous for you or disadvantageous for you is left up to you. However, I see this as a big disadvantages, particularly for the people who are not able to do something on their own and would repetitively do the same thing that they are good at and ignore the things that they are really need from that coaching class. The second biggest disadvantage is lack of attention to style. I have observed that each person I have guided comes with a distinct style and classes do not honor this. For example, you are a person who is good at drawing with a ball pen. Classes will often tell you to use only pencils or color pencils. Now, this is a big detriment for you because you have been using ball pen for say last 5 years and you feel that learning a new skill just for this exam is quite cumbersome. So, that is the factor you should consider before joining a class, that would they honor what you already know. And you should also consider that what are your strengths and weaknesses and should you really join the class and would they address those. The third and the biggest con I feel is the inflexibility. This is especially true with the classes for working people. So imagine that you have a typical 9 to 5 job. The class is at say 6 o'clock. Now in the evening, suppose there is a sudden surge of the workload. Or suppose you find that morning times are more free for you on certain days. Classes are typically inflexible in these regards and yet your syllabus would have moved ahead by the time you would have attended these classes. So you should consider this factor especially if you are working. If you are a student, similar case might occur with your college or lecture timings. Now let me summarize what I am saying. So there I have covered 3 pros and 3 cons of joining and not joining the classes. Now let me speak my own personal experience. So based on the 400 plus students I have guided till now, I have observed that many of the students have actually attended the classes, have left it and focused on personal practice. Irrespective of whether or not to join the class, you will have to practice at your personal level. And this is what will help you clear the SEED or NID entrance for that matter, or any other entrance exam would need a personal practice. Now, SEED being a very personalized exam, each person has a different approach. Therefore, I have observed that it is better to hone this approach rather than joining the classes. But again, this is my personal opinion. For some people, classes simply help because they are used to learning in a classroom environment. So if you are one of those for whom the classes help irrespective of what is being taught there, then you must attend the SEED classes. Therefore, make a wise decision, think about it, and evaluate your strengths and weaknesses before enrolling yourself for classes and spending money on this endeavor. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any doubts or comments or suggestions, please feel free to write them in the comment section below. Alternatively, I can be reached on the email address shown below. Please feel free to write me. All my guidance is completely free of cost. I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you.